Do you feel stressed, anxious, or like your back body is carrying the weight of it all? Downward dog can be much more than just a yoga posture that we move through again and again in our yoga practice. Instead, we can use it in its full benefit of being a reset button. In this practice, we'll use it as a way to calm your nervous system, to directly release stress that's held in your nervous system and your back body by focusing on the bladder meridian from Chinese medicine, and release fear, anxiety, tension, and stress that's held in your body, your mind, and your emotions. And if this practice resonates with you, use my free Somatic starter kit for practices that you can use off of the mat to regulate your nervous system, your emotions, and release stress and anxiety from your body and mind. Subscribe so you continue to receive the practices I'm sharing every week, and let me know in the comments how this practice feels for you and if you feel the specific release of tension or stress, anxiety that's held in your body mind. All right, let's get into the practice. So begin by coming to the back of your mat. We'll come into child's pose, keeping the hips into the heels. You can have your knees wide out or have them together, whichever feels better for you. Walking the fingers out, you're extending through the spine before you release your forehead onto the mat. Just take a few breaths here to begin to ground and settle. Feeling your breath expand into your belly and into your back. And this is a nice place to feel into the bladder meridian. So from where your forehead is rested into the mat, running all the way up through the forehead, down through the scalp, the back of the neck, down through the back, all the way down through the back of the legs, letting any tension held through this channel begin to release. Now on your next inhale, you can roll up, coming onto your hands and knees. Let's tuck the toes and keep the hands and toes where they are. Now first, just look down into your hands, making sure that your fingers are spread out wide and that you're pressing down through the mounds of your index fingers and thumbs, as well as the mounds of your pinky fingers. The weight tends to fall out that direction, and that you can press down through your knuckles as well. Now just bring the knees up off of the mat. Feel the core begin to engage, supporting the spine here. And from here, take your hips up. Press down through your hands so the hips move back, coming into downward dog. And you can roll your shoulders here on your back. So you're moving the shoulders up toward your ears and then moving them away from the ears into the back. And then you can begin to stabilize the shoulders into the back. So they're rolled down into the back. And just feel if your weight is moving to the outside of your palms. See if you can keep grounding down through the mounds of your index fingers, grounding down through your knuckles. And if your weight shifts in your palms, just feel how that affects your downward dog. Make sure that the inside of your elbows are facing each other so you aren't locked through your elbows. And see if you can press down through the hands even more, sending the shoulders up into the back, creating more space through the spine. And now you can take a little bend through your knees, making sure that you aren't locked through your knees, creating more space through the lower back. And you can actively work on lengthening through the legs by engaging up through the quadriceps, through the front of the thighs. Now on an inhale, roll forward, coming onto your hands and knees. Release the toes and bring your hands in just a bit so you're in a tabletop position. Now on inhale, look forward, lift up through the tailbone, coming into cow. Exhale, round out through the back, draw the chin in toward the chest, lift up through the belly. Inhale, open up through the belly, draw the back in, looking forward, tailbone lifting up. Exhale, draw the tailbone down, the chin in, the belly lifting up, opening up the back. 2 more times. Inhaling and exhaling, opening up through the back. On inhale, come into a neutral spine. Release the hips back into the heels. Come back into child's pose. So your hands will go out a bit from there. Now once again, inhale, come forward onto your hands and knees. Keep the hands where they are. Make sure that you're pressing down through all of your knuckles, all of the mounds of the fingers. Tuck your toes, keep your hands and toes where they are, and press back into downward dog. Now take your weight forward and bring your right knee toward your nose. Lift up through your belly. Step your right foot between your hands. Now release your back knee and bring your right hand onto your right thigh. Inhale, take your left arm up. And feel a lift up through the spine. So active through the back line, through the bladder channel. Feel an opening through the front of your left hip, where stress is commonly held as well. And the shoulders are still grounded into the back, just like in downward dog. Now you can release your left hand down, bring your right hand down to the mat, and you can release the back toes. We're going to lengthen through the right leg. You can walk your hands back and begin to fold over your right leg. Now if you have shorter hamstrings, keep a bend through your knee. So you don't have to be too intense with this. Just like in downward dog. You can always take a bend through your knees to create more space through the lower back. And then actively work on engaging through the front of your thighs to begin training length through your hamstrings. And so here we're opening up through the bladder channel, through the entire back line. And this is a great way to release stress held in the body. Now you can bend through your front knee, plant your hands down onto the mat, tuck your back toes, and step back into plank. Bring your toes in just a bit and press back into downward dog. Let's do this on the other side. So bring your weight forward, bring your left knee toward your nose, and here you need to lift up through your belly. You can come onto the left fingertips to create more space, to step your left foot between your hands. From here, release the back knee down, take your left hand onto your thigh, and on inhale, take your right arm up. Let the belly support the spine. Feel the lift up through the front of the body, the length through the spine, and the right shoulder is planted into the back, just like in downward dog. There's ease through the neck. And we're also opening through the front of your right hip, releasing stress that's held in the psoas. Now you can release your right hand down, bring your left hand down. You can release the back toes. Lengthen through your left leg, walk your hands back, and fold over your left leg. Again, you can always take a micro bend through the knee, take a deeper bend through the knee. You're just exploring into your back body here. So maybe you feel it particularly through your hamstrings, the back of your thigh. Maybe you can feel it into your lower back. Maybe all the way up through the back of the left side of the body. Now bend through the front knee, bring the left foot flat to the mat, take your hands onto the mat, tuck your back toes, and step back into plank. Walk your toes in just a bit to come into downward dog. The feet are hip width apart. And feel that the inside of the heels can lengthen down toward the mat. They don't have to reach the mat. You can extend them down. It's creating more space through the lower back. And feel this rotation through your shoulders. The triceps are moving out. And you can move your head side to side, so you're feeling the space between your shoulders and your ears. You can shake the head out, releasing any tension through the neck. So working with the bladder channel and releasing stress from the nervous system. On inhale, come forward onto your hands and knees, release the toes, and release back into child's pose. This time taking your arms alongside your legs, the forehead rested down onto the mat. Softening here. Letting the shoulder blades move away from the spine. Letting the arms be heavy into the mat. And once again, breathing into your back. Letting your mind settle and anchor into your breath, into your body. And from here, you can roll up through the spine. You can stay seated on your heels if that's comfortable for you, or you can cross your legs and sit cross-legged. Let your hands rest onto your knees or into your lap, whatever is comfortable for you, and let your eyes close. Just letting your practice settle in. Grounding your awareness. If you want to explore this more deeply, I've created a tutorial where we take a deep dive into downward dog. I touched on some of the details that we got into in that tutorial in this practice, but if you want to take it even further, use that tutorial now. You'll see it on your screen here. We get into alignment, nervous system effects, and meridian theory. I'll also share a playlist for any of my yoga practices that I have on my channel so far. All are based in alignment, meridian theory from Chinese medicine, and nervous system regulation. And let me know in the comments if you feel any calmer through this short practice. If you do, definitely feel free to use it again and again because it's so short. If you get benefits, no matter how long the practice is, great, keep doing it. And subscribe so you continue to see me every week. Thanks for practicing with me today. I'll see you in the next practice.